Hey everybody, this is Daniel coming to you from Screenly. Today we are going to show you how to use Box and Zapier to manage the content on your digital signs. The first thing to do is log into your Screenly account or sign up for a free trial. Once you're in there, you need to add a screen. You can do that with dedicated Screenly player hardware, or you can do a web-based Screenly Anywhere screen, and that's what we'll do for today's demo. To do that, you go to anywhere.screenly.io and you enter the pairing code displayed. So that's JQTC. We're going to put that in here now, JQTC, and the other component RU73. RU73, we're going to call that test screen. Okay, and we add. Okay, it takes a moment there. Perfect. Now we have the screen that then displays here. Right now it's stark, there's no content. Next step is that we have to have a playlist. We're going to call this playlist test playlist. And what we're going to do is we're going to assign this playlist to our test screen. So how Screenly works is there's content that gets assigned to a playlist, and then playlists get assigned to a screen. And the next part that we're going to work on with Zapier is having that content come from your Box folder. We're going to click Save here. Okay, perfect. So now we have a test playlist that plays on our test screen. And what we need to do now is get the content from Box to this. And we're going to do that with Screenly's Zapier integration. So Zapier is a tool that allows non-technical users to connect two pieces of software and have them talk to each other. And so we're going to show you how to do that now. So get a Zapier account. There's different paid plans and free plans. Click the create button on the top left and then zaps from the drop down menu. So once we're in here, we need to establish a trigger. A trigger is what happens to initiate this workflow. Click on the trigger button here, and then we're going to click Box. If it doesn't show up for you, you can just type it in here. Okay, so the trigger event is going to be when somebody adds a new file to a folder within Box. So we're going to select that here. And I'm already logged into the Box account, but you might have to do that on your end. You just do connect account here, and then a pop-up mode will come and you can put in your authentication details. Okay, so we got the purple continue button here, and at this moment we are configuring how this trigger works. So the folder, we made a folder within Box called Screen Files. We select that. You can select whatever folder name you made or want to use. For the sharing permissions, we're not going to select any, but you can if that is important in your company. We then click continue again. So we're going to test this trigger to make sure it actually can pull data from our Box account. So we test it here. Okay, it pulled file A, which is a piece of digital signage content I already had in there just for this test. Okay, great. So continue with the selected record. So at this point, the trigger is set up. So when new content is added to this folder, it triggers this action. Now we have to decide what that action is going to be. What we're going to do is select complete a workflow, as there are multiple steps that have to happen. So you select your Screenly account. I'm already authenticated. If you are not authenticated already, you click connect new account and it will prompt you for an API key. The way you get that is within Screenly, you go to settings and then security, and then on next to tokens, you click show, and you can then get a new secret API token. So you type in Zapier and add, and it will show it in pop-up mode, and you'll then copy it and put it here in the pop-up where Zapier asks you for that information. So once you're logged in, we then do continue to configure here. And the file URL is going to be the placeholder of the file coming directly from Box. So you can press the plus button here, and you'll click here, File. For the asset title, you can click the name, and then you select the seconds that you want the asset to display on your screen. We'll select 30. We are using an existing playlist, and you make sure you select that correct one, test playlist, and then of course you select your screen as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to click continue, and we are going to test this step. Okay, it's loading here. Perfect. So that looks like it went through correctly. We're going to now check within our Screenly account. So you saw that we made the test playlist. Okay. And so now we see that that content was added to the playlist. And since this playlist is assigned to the test screen, we will see that that content then, it will take a minute or two, will start displaying on that screen. You can see that it's already here showing that that connection was properly made. So it's important to then go back to the Zap, and you want to make sure that you click publish. So you could go through all this work and it won't actually properly work until you publish that Zap. And once you publish, that's it. And so now whenever you add content to this screen files folder, it will then get pushed into the playlist and go to your screen. So that's it, super simple. And essentially, and you can see here, it's actually showing up on this test screen as we set up. And essentially why this is important is it allows non-technical users to easily incorporate digital signage management into their workflows. If an IT team, for example, is setting up digital signs, they don't have to go through a whole working session teaching somebody how to use the Screenly interface. They can instead say, hey, you know how to use Box, this is the folder. When you need to add something, just drop it into the folder and that's it. So it allows a lot more participants in a company or organization's digital signage strategy and deployment. So that's it. Thank you for watching today, and we look forward to showing more in the next tutorial. Thank you.